In the spotlight, let us know something about yourself. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, hey, what's up, guys? My name's Lungi. Mostly referred to as the man, the myth, the legend, but just the legend in
Yo,
general.
yo, yo, yo,
I'm a
yo.
big Tottenham fan. The best team in the league by far,
Oh, Lord.
obviously. Yeah,
Who's
and that's
that?
basically everything you have to know about me.
Mm,
Nice,
mm,
nice,
mm.
nice.
I think
KB
all of
letting
those
us know
comments
the
were
the
false.
sound is good. KB letting us know the sound's good, so that's good. John T, do you want to take us away? Let us know about yourself.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm John T. Vitamin, also from South Africa, like everyone else here, and yeah, I'm a huge Arsenal fan. Have been since I was the day I was born, and yeah, obviously in the middle of a rebuilding phase, but yeah, definitely better than the previous comments.
Nice, thanks,
Ah,
Johns.
yeah.
Ricky, let's have you up next.
Yeah, so you boys already know who it is. Yeah, so I don't really know what to say. Like, obviously, we're all from South Africa, support the best team. Loading on this rebuild, we're coming in hot. What else can we say? I guess when you get into it, you'll learn more about me because, it is what it is.
What color is London, Ricky?
Oh my
Don't ask me
goodness.
these stupid
Oh my
questions.
goodness.
Stupid
Let's not
questions.
talk
It's
about
too
that.
early,
Let's
John
finish it
T.
up.
It's
All
too
we
early for
see.
this. It's
All
way
we
too early
see.
for
This
this.
is all we see. You already know. Night ones.
Uh,
It's way too early. It's way too early. And on that, let's have Mark. Let us know.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm Michael McCrease. Obviously, don't know if you can see it, big Spurs fan out here. So rivaling the two boys in red. But you know how it is. They don't know what it's like to finish above us anymore. So let's keep the banter
Ooh.
flowing. Let's keep it flowing, boys.
yeah.
Ooh.
No, Jade, bro, I love it. I love it. It's already starting.
Yeah.
We love having our worst season and still getting more silverware than their last 10
Yeah.
years. We love
You tell
Uh,
him. Say it louder. Louder for the people in the back.
all right then. On that note, I saved the best for last. It's your boy clearly.
Ah,
We're keeping the blue flag flying high here. Chelsea, and yeah, Jason Crouch. So should we get into it, eh?
Yeah, it's clear.
All right. So I think we should start off with wrapping up from the previous season. What we thought about it. We can have a look at the log. There's the top 10 there. I don't know if you guys have the PowerPoint open there, but top four: Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Chelsea. What did we expect from
United.
that?
United. Guys, United should
United.
not have been there. They
yeah,
shouldn't.
that is too
I'm gonna be the first one to say it. They didn't deserve to be there. But you know what? I sound sour. So I'm just gonna allow. This season was just easy for every team. Like
Yeah.
every team was up for all
Yeah,
the
I think it
teams.
was. I think it was poor. I think the whole season in general was pretty poor for teams to be getting less than 70 points and still finishing top four. That just, and I mean,
That's
what it?
Exactly.
I think Chelsea lost
yeah.
12 games and they still finished fourth. So like it
But
shows you how poor the
that
season
was
was.
the thing. I think Chelsea was kind of expected to get that amount of points in the season. It's just all the other teams didn't perform as well as they expected. So Chelsea actually really did perform to how they were expected to perform. If you think about it in the bigger picture, it's just everyone else
Yeah.
didn't as well. So that's how they ended up placing fourth. I think at the end of it all.
Yeah, I agree. I think everyone's looking at Chelsea as overperforming in context with Frank Lampard's first season, all that. But they did what was expected, and everyone else was just way worse off. So it puts next season into this coming up season into a big dilemma for a lot of clubs. I think lots of clubs have a lot of pressure to perform again, and then obviously Chelsea United having to compete against the other teams, trying to fight back into the top four. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good season.
Yeah.
It will be, it definitely will.
But
I think
even
in general it
exception,
was pretty lackluster.
yeah,
I think
Yeah.
in
exception
general,
United, like
yeah.
they don't do exceptionally well table wise, like as a promoted club as well. Obviously, to get 54 points is like it's a good feat, but I don't think they obviously overperformed, but they weren't great, and they still got a top 10 finish. So yeah, last season was just, yeah, it wasn't great, eh?
I think Michael, when we were chatting just after the season had finished, he said something. I think there were three clubs that, I mean, based on stats from before the season started, there were three clubs that like overachieved per se. If you get what I mean, like I think Liverpool was one of them, Sheffield United was one of them, and I think maybe Wolves or someone like that. But I mean, apart from that, the whole Premier League was pretty poor in general.
Yeah,
I've
Exactly, man.
I've got a question for John and Ricky. Who drops out of the top six for Arsenal to make it into the top six?
I I think Leicester, to be honest, I think this season top six will be pretty standard top six. I think unless Leicester can pull in some big signings.
Big
Obviously,
transfers.
Vardy's just signed a
Yeah.
new contract, but I think, yeah, I think Leicester will finish eighth, seventh to tenth this season. I don't think they're big enough to finish or compete with the
I
top
think
six this
Yo,
season.
that's a big
Yeah,
statement,
they
eh?
haven't really
Yo.
made any
I
signings.
I, I agree though. Yeah, I don't think.
I can see
I
what you're
think top
saying
six.
though. Yeah.
I think top six goes back to traditional big six,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
and then obviously Leicester. I think Everton have a big push this season.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with James Rodriguez, they can pull up.
Should we
They
should
can
we have a
pull
look
up.
at the bottom half of the log and see what we
Yeah.
Yeah.
thought from there? Okay, so Southampton in 11th. I really thought,
That was clutch. They after taking 9 from Leicester, I
yeah,
thought they were done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
But-
did a lot
Hassan
better.
for them to finish 11th after taking 9 in one game. Like after
Yeah.
that, most teams would just derail and.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they
And
did really
didn't
well.
they win against Leicester the second time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they beat them 2-1 or something. Could be wrong though, but I
I
think they did beat
just
them.
I just don't want to see the Danny Ings carry anymore, dude. I want to see somebody else that's like maybe stepping up to the plates, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they need
Scoring
Ward-Prowse
those
to
goals.
To kick a penalty. Yeah.
Nah, they need Ward. I think they need Ward-Prowse to kick on. Obviously, he's got his England call up and he's been playing in the squad for a bit and he's playing for the national side. So I think he
Yeah.
needs to. I think he needs to, yeah, kick on a little bit in that central position. But they
Yeah.
also, I mean, I don't see them finishing anywhere but mid-table this season either.
We've got
Yeah.
we've got Cabello saying Leicester are frauds.
Nah, the thing is with
But he's
Leicester,
not
going
wrong.
back to them,
He's not
the thing
wrong.
is, yeah, and the thing is with them is that, I mean, Brendan Rodgers is quality, like we know that, and they do have quality players. Like Madison obviously was injured at the end of last season, but
yeah,
like,
back that.
but Vardy is obviously golden boot winner last season, so they clearly know, like Brendan Rodgers clearly knows what he's doing with the side, but I just don't think that they have enough to compete with the top six this year. That's just my
Yeah,
opinion.
I get
So
what you're
going
saying.
back
They
to
won't
it,
just
yeah.
have enough to keep up with the pace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
And then
Aston,
Everton-
Aston
Because
Villa
their squad's
clinching.
not- Yeah, that for me is they're gonna
1
go
point.
down.
They got
I don't
lucky.
see them. I
think
don't
they
see them
should-
clutching straws again.
I also don't see it
Yeah,
happening,
that's
eh? But I also
They
see
got
maybe
so
Grealish maybe making a move somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. It looks like he's staying though.
it looks like he'll
I-
stay. But
Yeah, he looks very cozy, dude. He looks
he
very
can't. He
cozy.
can't. He can't save them again. Like they got lucky to stay up. That Sheffield United decision, that whole Bournemouth, whatever,
And
Cortez,
yo-
whatever shot they were buying.
When the
I-
ball was inside the goal, that was ass, dude. How can
Yeah.
I go to VAR when the guy's standing inside the goal with the ball? Then they go VAR.
He fell in
looked
the
like
net.
Ferrag.
It's not going to that decision, but I think for that's like they obviously ended well. Like they ended the season quite strong, but I just don't see them doing it again.
Yeah.
West Ham ended the season strongly. For a long time, I thought they were going to go down, but if you look at them, they ended
Yeah.
5 points clear of relegation zone. I don't know that team's got so many good players. I don't know how
Yeah.
they sit down at that end of the table,
Yo.
but I think
Yeah.
I don't know. That was
They were finishing what? They were finishing like mid-table, 10th, 9th kind of thing. Then they had that huge injection of money where they obviously built the Olympic Stadium and moved to the Olympic Stadium and stuff. And they literally have gone backwards. Like it's but yeah, that's a shock to me.
And this whole, have you seen this whole thing with Noble and like Noble's tweets about them selling that young Ghana guy to
Yeah,
to West
yeah.
Ham? Like I just don't know. Like I don't know what that club just seems they've got lots of problems at the moment. for the captain to tweet like he's angry that they sold a player kind of thing. It just
Yeah.
seems a bit
Spicy.
intense. So
Bootle
I don't
Bootle
know.
is saying that we need to watch out for Brighton. Is anyone backing him on this statement?
No.
I think they'll stay up. I
no.
think they'll stay up
I think
comfortably.
they'll
'Cause
I
stay
think-
up, but
I think he's caught in the
I
kit,
hate
dude. He's
Brighton
caught in the
so
kit.
much.
he's caught
he's caught in the Lalana.
He is
hype
caught
train
in the
'cause
kid,
he's a
dude.
Liverpool
Lalana.
fan.
Yeah.
Dude, Lallana is not gonna do anything. He didn't do anything to Liverpool. He's not gonna go carry Brighton. There's no way. He'll go and become like a
Oh
Wilshere.
my word, dude! He says Adam Lallana in the midfield, Ben White in defense. We called it before he could even comment on it.
That Ben White is a quality player, but
Yes.
Yeah.
they
The
kept
thing
Ben
is-
White and then Duffy went on loan to
We'll get
Celtic
to
They brought in
Lallana.
one
We'll get to
centre-back
Lallana.
and
Yeah.
left another centre back go. So I just think, like, obviously Ben White's quality because obviously Leeds wanted him back and all that, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it. I
We'll
see him
get-
staying up, but I don't see him pushing.
Yeah, and I think the bottom three predictable. I think it was a. I think there's
Yeah,
no
I think it was
surprises
pretty
there. eh?
substandard.
Norwich,
Only
we
thing
had
Bournemouth- I thought
Pookie at the
Bournemouth
beginning
was-
of the
Well,
season.
Norwich is a bit deep, eh?
Yeah, remember
I
that
think
the
good
Pookie,
football.
dude, tearing up the fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, abusing
And
He was
Cantwell.
substandard.
Rupert, that's
Yeah,
it.
you
That's
see,
very
those homies are
interesting.
good.
That Norwich team, because like you look at Aaron's, Lewis, Godfrey, like
Yeah,
they were
they've
all
got
like
a lot of
hot
good
property.
footballers.
Everyone wanted to sell them, but their defense was rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, so I don't know. It's just I think they just couldn't step up to the Premier League. They just like they looked decent in the first two games. They looked okay against Liverpool. Still lost 4-1. I think that their game against Chelsea was 5-3 or 5-2, whatever it was, at the beginning of the season. They beat City, and then after that they were just they couldn't seem to get it done against the smaller clubs like at all. So
Okay, guys, we've got a few questions here. We'll take Bootle's one first, and then we'll move on to Damo Stitch's one because it moves on to our next topic. But
Damien,
we
shout
have
out, my bro.
we have Bootle here asking, saying Watford could have stayed if they didn't fire Pearson.
yeah,
I think they were
I
a
don't
bit
know.
far gone.
They
I think
at
they were a
that
bit
stage
far
they were
gone,
far
but-
gone. I think yeah they got rid of too many managers in one season. Like
Yeah, I think that 3, yeah.
yeah, I think they had 3 in one season and just sacking
Bit of-
Pearson was
bit of
like, what, 2 games
instability.
in a row.
The management's
Yeah.
always a problem.
Their last 2 games, what they played Arsenal and City. I don't think if Pearson was there or Pearson wasn't there,
Yeah.
they would. I don't think they would have stayed up. They might have given a bit of a more of a fight.
Run, yeah.
I didn't see it happening.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you guys see Burnley doing anything special?
They're the furthest thing for me personally. They're the furthest thing from a special
Yeah,
club. They're
they're
like
very
they
big.
just sit there 4-4-2, 2 banks of 4. Sean Dyche just drills them into it. They're literally just gonna they as long as he's there, they won't be relegated from the Premier League in my opinion. I think they're too good.
Yeah, I
They're too
think-
solid. Even though they have no
But-
superstars, I think in general they
I
just
think it's interesting though.
That's what I'm looking at because after they lost 3-0 to Chelsea, they went ahead. They beat, was it United? They beat United, drew to Liverpool, drew to Arsenal, drew to Tottenham as well. And I think they beat, who else was it? I think Leicester. They beat Leicester as well. And like, they weren't
Yeah.
doing too badly. And they made it to the top 10 this
Yeah.
season. So I can see
Nah.
them maybe pushing for 6.
Okay.
I don't see
So-
Burnley doing.
6.
I
Way.
think the thing for me with Burnley is there's the whole Sean Dyche situation. There's a bit of unrest. He's not happy with the club at the moment. So
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of reports saying he might be the first manager sacked kind of thing. If Burnley don't have Sean Dyche, they don't have anything in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
that club is like he's literally like got them to play the
epitome, yeah.
most dirty football to just sit and hope to catch a club on the counter. So I think they've got a few decent players, but like Tarkovsky's looking at moving. I think like Pope's obviously quality keeper, but I think they'll stay up, but I don't see them doing.
Yeah, I also don't.
Okay, dude.
So
you're like-
Ronaldo.
I still honestly don't think it was goal of the season. Personally, not just because I hate
No,
Spurs.
John,
I
it was-
I
it
honestly-
was-
I
was
honestly,
crazy.
I honestly think there were better goals. I mean, it was quality. Don't get me wrong. Like it was a fire goal. But I genuinely think there were better goals. Honestly.
In terms of
No
abusing
ways,
the
John
vet-
T.
I
No
honestly
ways,
think-
dude. Dude,
From
John
yeah,
T.
yeah. 18-yard
John
box.
T, you fighting a
Like,
bat?
12
No,
defenders.
John T.
Defenders
Even though
just
there were only
what?
11 players, he went past 12 defenders. Even though there were only 11,
And he
Mm.
just, he just,
and then still
Just ran
scored.
down the
he
wing.
just
Pat.
ran. He just
I think
ran.
I honestly
out
think
defenders, dude.
I think in terms of pure goals, I honestly think that Fabinho one against City was my goal of the season. Personally.
Bootle saying De
Depends
Bruyne
how good
versus
it is.
Newcastle. De Bruyne versus
Yeah,
Newcastle.
that was filthy.
And
That
that.
was he sent that over a packet of chips and then put in something.
Yeah. No, yeah. I don't know. I think everyone was like there was no like backlash towards the whole thing, and I honestly like I mean maybe it's just because I'm biased, but I genuinely don't think it was the
Maybe,
best.
I relax.
Ricky, you're meant to be helping me out, dog.
There were lots of quality.
Nah,
goals.
dude, I back you, but that goal was phenomenal, dude. Like it's
No, it was.
unreal.
I'm not taking away from that goal. I'm just saying I think there were better goals.
In terms of what he did, he went from the halfway. Most people just did some dangerous, like nice, pretty looking shots. He went from the halfway in a defender. I think if you've got that under you've got that under your belt of using defenders on top of scoring a nice goal, then what more could you ask for?
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay,
But
lads.
this thing, there always going to be debates on something like this. So it's all like
Yeah.
I know this
Jason-
one. I know this one is a very very big topic. And I know it's been settled now. Quite recently, but we prepared this a bit before. It's the conversation of where does Messi go after Barca.
So he's speaking now as
there
in,
was-
like in the future.
Yeah, now it's
Well,
in the
now-
future. After we've seen what's happened now, and we've had a pretty good idea. What do we think? Do we think that Man City will still be the best idea for him in the future? It seemed like that was going to be his best idea to where he was going to go. I don't know. What do we say?
I think him and Pep could do mad things, eh?
Yeah, but that's just so OP. For me, it's like, bro, like the Premier League.
yeah,
The Premier League's such like I mean, to be fair, honestly, if he came to the Premier League, as good as I think he is, and I think he is the best in the world, I'm a Messi fan. I think that if he did come to the Premier League, he wouldn't be. He would be class, but I don't think he'd be what he is in the La Liga. That's my personal opinion. I think he'd come and be really good, but I don't think he'd be what people are making him out to be. Obviously, he's still ridiculously good, and he is the best in the world, in my opinion. But I think personally, I think he'll retire at Barca.
I think
I
think
Yeah.
if he had come to the Prem like 6-7 years ago, a different story.
Yeah.
And that's the
Even
whole
4
thing with
years.
now. Even now, with everyone trying to say, "Oh, Ronaldo did it in the Premier League." Ronaldo did it in the Premier League at 19, and you're gonna
Yeah.
try compare Messi doing it in the Premier League at like 35. It's two
Yeah.
things you can't compare. So like I think now maybe leaving it another year as well. I don't think he'll still be good, like, but I don't think he'll be as effective in the Premier League.
And I don't think clubs will want to spend that much money. I mean, obviously he's got this ridiculous release clause that they've just set out, or that they've said is like 700 mil. I don't think even if it is down to 200 mil or 250 mil, I don't think teams are going to be wanting to spend that much money for a season or two out of a player. You know what I mean? And the
Dude,
Premier
but
League's a
also-
He's out of contract
Messi
at the
is
end of
not
next
more
season.
than just a player.
yeah. Oh, the free transfer. Yeah.
But also, there's also that debate that why
Why don't you play with
Ronaldo is the GOAT is that he's done it everywhere. Messi's only done it. I'm pretty sure we sent that quote to the group. I'm pretty sure we. Is-
that Messi's only been in the league and
Yeah, like
Ronaldo's done it everywhere.
he's the king of Barca, but Ronaldo's the king of football. You know,
I
that
think
sort of thing.
Messi's the king of football, but Ronaldo is a really good sportsman.
Ronaldo's
We
a
have-
good athlete,
Yeah,
a sportsman.
he's a
I-
bit-
Mr. Pappicino himself saying Messi's prime years are over, but if he did go to City, he'll add another magical brain to that team.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
Imagine
agree.
KDB
And
linking up with
Cabello, we have Cabello saying, "Do you reckon Messi can do it on a rainy night at Stoke?"
Oh yeah.
Hey, yeah.
We're forgetting that this is still Messi, guys. He's played in the Premier League before. Like he's
Hey,
played
Ricky, you
against.
don't know a rainy night at Stoke, boy. A Monday evening at Stoke, you don't know that place, boy. You don't know
No
that
ways.
place.
I'm
But like the
telling
thing, if you look at
Messi
Messi's
will
stats
be able
against
to
Premier
do
League
it.
clubs in the Champions League, he's got ridiculous numbers. So
Mm.
I don't know if I don't know. Eh? I think that was.
He's
I think
so
for me, he's the best footballer in the world. Like footballing ability, no one touches.
Yeah, I
it.
agree.
Absolutely.
I
no
feel
one-
like-
Ronaldo,
I feel like-
Ronaldo's an athlete. I get
Yeah,
out here. Ronaldo's an
man.
Yeah,
athlete.
Ronaldo is an athlete.
But as a footballer, you don't touch Messi.
Guys,
Those
I'm
things-
just
Yeah, I agree.
I'm torn between the two because is always that side that Messi hasn't done it anywhere else. Like that's just what's stopping me from saying there's a clear like goat. Like that is definitely
Yeah.
the line
Yeah,
between
and
the
I
two
agree.
goats.
I agree that he has to. Yes, like I think that's definitely part of the debate. But if we're talking like pure football ability, if you took everything out of it, and you took Ronaldo and you put him in a Watford or something like wax, like if you took Ronaldo and you put him in a Watford, versus if you took Messi and you put him in the same Watford team, who would make that team like that much better? And I honestly think that completely based on football ability, I think that Messi for me is a better player, but Ronaldo is like the optimal athlete. He is ridiculous. Like he's just, and he's a showman as well. Like he makes people like want to love him because he's exciting and he lives
He
lavish
promotes
lifestyle.
the brand. He promotes the brand.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
as simple as
Got
that.
a
He
nice
promotes the brand.
smile. He's got a celebration.
Yeah.
Always on the cloud.
Okay, should we move on to our next thing then, eh?
Yeah, that's chat.
Okay, so
Damo's pitch was just like, can we discuss his opinion on Liverpool? But I think we'll get to that at the end when we're discussing our predictions for the rest.
yeah, for the
Yeah.
next season.
Stuff.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just try and ask the questions on what we're speaking, and then if you have anything else that we didn't cover, we'll cover at the end for you guys.
Yeah, but make sure you come back to that, Marco. Just
Yes.
Like, remember, take a
Yeah.
note.
Yeah.
Okay, so John C, I want you to go to the slide with Willian. Speak us through this transfer, eh? Chelsea to Arsenal, Willian.
You see, I think Willian. I think it's a really good signing for us, personally.
Yeah,
Not necessarily that he's gonna slide into the team like someone like when Aubameyang came and he obviously slid into the team straight away, kind of thing. But I think as a footballer, he still has like he showed last season at Chelsea and he was your guys' player of the season 2 seasons ago, not this last season, but the season before that. So he's clearly still, he's clearly still got like legs in him, even though he is a little bit old. But I think. Yeah, and I think he's really good at finding. I mean, Arteta said something about he's really good at finding pockets and playing passes and playing guys through and stuff. So I think that as a squad player, I don't think he'll start every week. But I think as a squad player, and especially if we're going to be wanting to play in the Champions League next season, obviously that's the goal. But in like the Europa League and in the FA Cup and stuff, you want you want guys that have quality and obviously experience. And I think he also, another thing is that he adds a lot of experience for young wingers like Martinelli and Saka and all those kind of guys who are still obviously very young, like younger than 20 kind of thing, and he can show them a lot of show them the ropes a bit. So
Look,
that's my opinion.
if I'm being honest, I'm actually quite sad that we lost this guy, dude. Like he actually did bits when we needed him to, and I won't lie, he was turning up. He was turning up at the end of the season. He was doing what we needed him to do on
He
the
was
field.
scoring
He
bangles for
clutched
you.
up, bruh. He clutched up for years at the end of the season.
That's
Like,
exactly what
big
I'm
time.
trying to say. He
And like also for Arsenal to get him on a free transfer, I think like you can't.
Yeah, it's
fault
good
that,
business.
That business at
Yeah,
all.
that
Like
was-
exactly.
yeah.
he's not. You bring in a player for free. He's got Premier League experience, qualities. He's shown what he can do, and like he's obviously won trophies and stuff. So you're just bringing that player into your dressing room. Like they can't do any harm in a sign like that. And I still think he's got quality, and he loves to score against Spurs.
And I
so-
think just adding, obviously while it's Arsenal time, obviously Richie can also-
Butler's saying
also
that he would
pitch
have much preferred Willian at Liverpool off the bench instead of Origi.
or like Shaqiri, bro.
Yeah.
starting ahead of Firmino.
That would be disrespectful. That would be so
We'll
disrespectful.
get to that one. Yeah, goodness gracious. Yeah, but Jason, I think obviously it's quite an exciting transfer window for us. Like, we're hearing a lot of rumors and stuff about bigger players. But I think what Arteta's done really well is, and Edu as well, I think they've really sold the philosophy that Arteta's trying to instill, kind of thing. So both signings that have come in have said that Arteta contacted them personally and kind of spoke to them about how they fitted in and stuff. And I think Willian came over, and obviously he's with his buddy David Luiz. I think they have a restaurant together
No,
and stuff.
he's a
What a
baller, dude.
Brazilian.
He's a baller.
Yeah,
Young
yeah. So I
Brazilian.
think Arteta's done really well, and he seems to have a lot of pull for a manager, pull in the transfer market for a manager who's literally
Yeah,
once
but
has
Frank
one season.
Lampard-
Whoa, dude, yeah, we'll get to pull. We'll get to pull.
Yeah,
We'll get to
yeah,
pull.
but that's
Hey,
different.
we'll talk about Lampard later. Leave.
That's
Money
just
speaks
different.
louder. Money speaks louder than words.
Yo, bro.
This guy has done too much.
Okay, next transfer. Gabriel.
What do you think, Ricky?
Yeah, I think he clutched up. Like in terms of what Arsenal needed, we seem to always struggle defensively, and especially in the central defense. So I think he comes in with Saliba. I think the two of them, especially being young, with someone like David Luiz there who can give them, the education that they need, the experience.
Yeah.
I think they can cross up for us, and we can start securing bags.
I know I can
Later
see
on.
Michael smiling, and I know what he's gonna say. But I'll let me just say something before he says something because I know exactly what he's gonna
Let's
say.
get Michael's face in ya. Let's get his face in ya.
I honestly think Gabriel obviously is 22, so he's a bit older than Saliba. Saliba's 18, 2019, I think, or 19. They're both obviously coming from the French league, so I know Michael's gonna say something about the Farmers League and nonsense. But I honestly think that they're not gonna. I don't think they'll slot into the first team straight away. I think David Luiz obviously had a good end to last season. I mean, touch wood because you never know with that man. But I think he had a good finish to last season. But I think we needed young centre backs who can take us forward in the next 4 or 5 years, kind of thing. And I think a partnership of Saliba and Gabriel, obviously both very, very young. Once they've had a season or two getting used to kind of thing, I'd love to see them both come into the first team because from what I've seen, they watching highlights and stuff because we obviously don't get League One here. But I think they both seem like they're really, really solid, and their stats obviously show that they're really good.
Yeah,
So,
we have Cabello in here. He's definitely agreeing with you. He's saying that Gabriel Saliba is going to be a powerful duo in the future. Fire emoji. So you've got Cabello on your side with that.
I just want to say, I hope he's better than the last Gabriel you had. That feel so bad.
Me too.
You better not have Gabriel on the back of his shirt because then they're going to start having nightmares.
No, he's definitely gonna have Gabriel on the back of his shirt.
Okay, so
I
she'll.
think there's a quick question. How old is Thiago Silva going to be when he signs for Arsenal?
Oh my word, dude! The coffin dodges. The coffin
Dude,
dodges,
this
dude.
guy's already gang old, eh? But he
You
can
take
take
all the old Brazilians your side.
Yeah, we the Brazilian retirement village. Yeah.
Dude, but we've got some Brazilian children as well, so it's
Yeah,
like a
we do.
community.
Yeah, it's a family. Did you see the announcement video? Was so funny, bro. Did you see
Yeah,
this,
it's good.
Jason?
Yeah, which one, dude?
The Gabriel one. Because we've been waiting.
Oh,
and
with the
then-
Skype call, dude. Yo.
Yeah, dude, and then Gabriel comes on and they're like, "Welcome to the Brazilian family,"
Yes,
and
dude.
it's like, okay, but he needs to learn English.
So
English is
Give him time. He's 22.
They can shout at him in Brazilian. What language do you speak
Brazilians,
there?
they speak Portuguese.
Hey, but you know the vibe.
okay.
Get it together.
So I heard the word "pull" being thrown around a few times there. So I think we should move on to the only man that's pulled
Chelsea's
more than
550
Scotty T
signings.
and Gaz and Geordie Saw is Mr. Frank Lampard himself with the signings. Mr. Ziyech. I don't know if you guys have the stats up there.
How are we gonna pronounce this guy's name, by the way? As
Ziyech.
South Africa, are we saying Ziyech or Ziyech or what?
I'm saying Ziyech.
Yeah, I think the Ziyech one is
It's nice.
So his last season was 34 games, 9 goals, 18 assists out of 34 games.
I think he's
also,
going to be your best
also you
signing.
mustn't get caught in the trap of just looking at last people's seasons because that's what happened with Pepe.
Yeah,
We all
true.
got gas.
But Pepper was
Hey,
decent.
Ricky, give him time. Give him
I
time.
love
Give him
Kuhn.
time.
I love
Pepe will
Kuhn,
come
but-
through. He'll come
I
through.
love
But we had
Kuhn, but he wasn't bad.
Bro, his stats.
Yeah, he wasn't bad, but
First
that
season.
75 wasn't worth it. It got inside his head.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But
That's
like,
and this Havertz guy. No, that's gonna get into his head as well. He's only 21.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Bro,
I
think-
give Pepe
my thing-
time.
My thing is Chelsea have signed like three players from different leagues. They haven't experienced the Premier League. There's no chance every single one of them is going to come off. Like zero.
Yeah. Dude, I was reading a
Frank's-
stat
Unless
today.
Frank's got some special powder there, but there's no chance that will
But-
be
reading
first season.
I,
was
com-
reading
I
a stat that
completely
said-
I completely agree with you though. I'm not expecting a first place challenge this season, to be honest. I'm waiting for the team to gel. I think it's going to at least take one season. After this season, I definitely do think that we'd be challenging for that first place.
But if you
think-
don't
I think-
challenge, Frank gets sacked,
Frank's
in my
gone.
opinion.
Yeah,
Like-
like spending that much money and you don't.
I know
challenge
fans don't want to accept it, but Roman Abramovich, nah, that man won't take it.
He's
This guy's
ruthless, bro.
He
He's
spent the
ruthless.
money. He wants the trophy. It's like saying Pep spent 100 million on Mendy and Kyle Walker and he won the league. Like
Yeah.
he got what he wanted and he won the league. Frank's got more than what he wanted.
He's got like every single player that he sought out after he got. So
Literally,
now
literally.
he hasn't secured
And,
that
and, I,
title.
and, I
Then
see the keepers on his. I mean that Mendy Oak, whatever, that keeper's on his way as well. So they're like.
yeah,
It's boiling
you guys
down,
need to
it's
replace.
boiling down to
Yo.
the more you get,
Yo.
the less excuses there are, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with you, dude. I agree with you. There's just so much pressure on Frank now. I just don't know, dude. Like we have nothing to in all honesty, we have no excuses. Like Frank has to pull through, dude.
Yeah,
It's
and I
hard.
said, we said from the start, Michael and I, it never, ever, ever ends well with Chelsea managers. If you can name me, Jason, one Chelsea manager that has left or been sacked, or you can't get sacked on a good note, but has left or been sacked on a good note, then it's like, bro, if he doesn't pull through this season, or whenever he gets sacked, it's gonna end badly, and he's literally the Chelsea
this
king,
is- This is my whole argument of why I hate old players coming back to the club that have a good legacy at the club and managing. This is why I hate it. There's so much pressure on Frank Lampard. He's a club legend, and I just feel like he's been thrown right in the deep end with this. I don't know.
Especially when you got him in. Like everyone was like, oh, it's a good time to bring him in, young kids, young this, young that. But
And he's
to be
also
very
done
hon-
really well.
to be very honest, I don't rate him as a manager at all. Like he's-
No.
He's
Big
done.
statement.
What did he actually do at Derby?
With that
Besides-
Chelsea team? That Chelsea team was ass. Dude. He brought up them youngins and he made them good.
That's
And
what
they
I'm
carried the
saying.
team for six-
That's what
But they
I'm
didn't even
saying.
do that well. They did well relative to other teams doing bad.
relative to. Okay, yeah.
So,
Where does he
at
go?
Derby, what did he do? Scott Parker.
But
took
that's
over a worse
technically
quality
that's all you
side.
have to do is just do better than the other teams. He doesn't have to do
Yeah,
the
I'm
best,
not-
especially
I
if he
agree.
wasn't.
But
And
I don't think he's a
all
great
good,
manager.
all good and well coming in with a squad that you had transfer ban. I think he did well in terms of that.
Yeah,
And I think he's created a good vibe around the club. I think Jason can agree with that. But he's
But now you're benching your license.
yeah.
I just think
he
think Frank should have come at the end of this project. He should have come after the spending, after the players had
I agree.
time to gel together. Frank would have been like the cherry on top, and I think he was the manager that would have carried this expensive.
Yeah. But
dream
Jason,
team
now
that we're building.
you've developed Mount into this number 10 who's a
Yeah,
quality player.
I'm not saying Frank can't do it now. I believe he
put him
can
on
do
the
it now. I
bench.
just think that there's a huge
It's
amount
gonna
of
be
pressure on
terrible,
him, dude.
Yeah, I
Too
think
much pressure.
Tammy after the beginning of last season. This is what I don't get about Chelsea fans. Tammy at the beginning of last season, when he was top scorer for the first half or whatever, the first third of the season,
Better stats
everyone
than
was like,
Rashford.
"Goodness gracious!" Then now he sits with Werner there now and Giroud the way Giroud ended last season. Tammy is third choice striker,
Yeah, he won't.
and you guys play with one
that's-
striker.
I've been saying that we should have let Tammy off on a loan deal or something like that
Yeah.
this season to get him out. I really don't think that there's too much space left in our squad for him, if anything, especially after the Havertz signing, which we can get
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, no, like the thing is, like I'm to be honest, I'm finding ways to make it a bad thing for Chelsea because obviously, like most.
Yeah, we
players
hate it.
We'd all
We
want
hate
in our squads.
Right.
We'd all want
Right,
them in our
it's cool.
squads.
Yeah.
But I do think it's going to be an issue that not all of them are going to come off in the first season. And then you've got these guys who spent the money on. Do you play them, or do you drop them and put the lighties who performed last season in? But now your lighties are sitting on the bench. So it's a very you gotta play it very. Frank has to play it very very well.
And
Oh, it's-
Mr.
And I
Timo
actually
Werner.
don't know if that's playing well in him. Hey, after the way that he behaves, yo, Frank, he's very temperamental.
Yeah. No.
That Liverpool thing. Anyways, we're saying Werner, Jason.
Mr. Timo Werner, 34 appearances, 28 goals, 8 assists.
He's a
Yeah,
beast.
he's quality, bro.
I
he's
think
quality.
I think he might be a shaky warrior for the first 4 games. Get used to the prem, the defenders, the banter, and the defensive line. Get used to the words, and then after that,
Yeah.
I think he'll start performing after that once he's
I think
found
he's
a
gonna
home.
start hard. Hey? Brennan, I think he's that good that he's gonna start off hard. Like he's just
Really?
gonna start off killing.
I don't know, dude. I always think there's that little bit of a buffer zone with every single player, especially to the Premier League.
Yeah.
True.
I think he's
I think
quality.
Ziyech will be the best signing. I think Ziyech will be the best signing. That assists. That got a
Yeah.
That is quality. I don't know. Werner for me he's so good, but I don't know, something about him just doesn't.
I think for me, I think Havertz is your best signing personally, and I've been saying this. I said Liverpool should get him. Whoever gets him in the Premier League is in big business. That kid's he's 21, eh, Jason?
Yeah. Who's this?
He's 21.
Havertz. Havertz is
I
21.
think-
Yeah.
I think he's a part of that bracket that people throw around often, but I think there's very few in that bracket of generational talents. I think that name is gonna be for me.
No, dude.
He needs to kick on.
You see,
kick on.
I'm also
He
just.
needs to kick on. I'm not. Dele's not there, but I'm saying Dele's stats at this age compared.
Okay, fair enough.
Dele's dwindled. He hasn't necessarily gone down. He just hasn't. Well, he has gone down, but he hasn't plateaued. Yeah, for sure.
Mark,
but now he's
remem-
finally Havertz bring him to a new league. I think he's
Mark,
very
remember
good,
I
but
was
think-
telling you that I thought that Werner was going to be winning that Golden Boot next season.
Yeah.
I think that once he's found his feet, he's definitely gonna. I think he has potential
I
to
think
win
he'll
the Golden
compete.
Boots. Yeah.
I think
I think you can because look at who the players he's playing with as well. He's got Ziyech and he's got Havertz.
Yeah.
Those are all both good players.
Assists,
And he's got-
assists. Pulisic
Pulisic.
assists.
So it's-
Pulisic is also there.
Jason, how do you line up? Like honest question. How do you line up next season as obviously your back line is pretty set with a couple new signings, but going forward, what is how do you guys line up? Because I don't know, like Mount for me was brilliant last season and he just doesn't slot in anywhere.
So I would definitely put Timo Werner at the very top. Definitely a striker. Left, I would put Pulisic. Right, I would have Ziyech as my right wing. I think Ziyech is my right wing, and I would slot Havertz in as a cam.
Okay, so you got 4 going forward. Then who do you play behind them as your 2 if you're playing forward to back?
2 behind them, probably Rudiger.
No, I'm saying the 2 midfielders, Kante, Kovacic.
Oh, the 2 blockers, yeah, the 2 blockers, yes, Kante and Kovacic, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, you always have disrespected Kante like you won't believe. I
Sure.
actually it's so bad. He
No,
won't play.
it's the managers.
He
It's
won't
the
play.
managers. It's
Frank
the
won't play him.
managers. It's the managers.
Yeah.
I hate
It's
him.
sad,
He's
bro.
in his position, he's probably still the best player in that
Yeah,
position.
I think so as
He,
well.
he doesn't play there. He doesn't play there.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Next,
love- yeah.
next signings we're looking at here are City
Chilwell.
is Ake and
Can
Ferran
we chat- Can we
Torres.
just chat? Can we chat
Oh,
about
Ferran
about
Torres
Chilwell
is
quickly?
so hard.
Yeah, can
Chilwell.
we please talk about Chilwell?
Chilwell.
Yeah,
Because
he's
I
so
don't,
there.
I don't see the signing. I don't see what difference he adds to what Alonso offers. Besides maybe a slightly more
No,
attacking threat.
Mark
Slightly
Alonso.
more.
I don't think Alonso was it. To me,
Alonso is
just
definitely
was
no,
bad.
If you-
dude.
if you
Alonso
listen-
definitely
if you
wasn't
listen
it.
If you read what Leicester fans have said about Chilwell, they're like, out of the players in their squad, they would have let him go first. And they're
Yeah,
getting 50 million for him.
I think
He's-
Jason, honest. I think Michael definitely has a point there. I think going forward, Alonso is fine for you guys. Defensively was the issue for you guys, and you guys have had your defense this season was the issue for you guys. Basically, obviously you didn't convert chances and stuff, but you've sorted that out. I think your left Chilwell defensively, I think he might be slightly better than Alonso,
Yeah.
but
No,
I don't think that slight difference defensively is warrants 50 million for a left back.
I agree with you. 50 million was probably a bit too much to pay for him, but we had the money to pay
Yeah.
it, so obviously
No,
we're going to secure
I
it.
think
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
in all honesty, I think Alonso just definitely is not cutting it, dude. He's definitely
no,
not it.
Alonso's
He's
trash.
slow.
Dude,
The
Alonso
ball
was never
the ball that he
anything.
offers into the strikers is just terrible. It's just I think Chilwell will be good for us.
Doesn't
Maybe,
look, it just is.
as you say, the Leicester fans are happy to get rid of him, but maybe the Chelsea fans will love him in the squad because he will do what Alonso is not doing. I don't know.
No,
We'll
I
have
think
to give him
yeah,
time.
I think he's a decent signing. I just don't see where 50 million comes from. But as you said, Abramovich was throwing money at everyone who came his way. So
Yeah, he obviously has
Yeah.
a plan for the future, and this is how he's obviously implementing it. So, I mean,
like he always has.
we're not gonna complain. The fan base isn't gonna complain. We just want the players to do what they were bought to do now.
Just
Yeah.
Manchester City vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Should we move on to Man
But
City's
dude-
transfer there on that note,
Yeah.
mentioning
Oh,
them?
guys, Ferran Torres is so hot. I think he's gonna be a second kind of Sané. Big shoes to
he's
fill, but I
quality.
think he'll fill them.
I think he's good
Like
as well, bro.
he has
I haven't
big shoes
seen
to
much
fill,
of him.
But Sané didn't really, like, obviously he had that one season, but he had lots of injuries and stuff. So he's not really coming into a void. I don't think. Like Sané was non-existent for the last season kind of thing.
Very
So
long time, yeah. So he's
but I
gonna
think
be
his
hot.
quality.
He's gonna
To
go.
be, to be honest with you, I didn't hear much of him. I knew of him, but I wasn't like fully aware of him. He didn't like
But they
kind
didn't pay a
of
lot for him either, though. So it's not like
yeah.
It was a low-key signing.
it was
Yeah.
who they.
People like compared him to João Felix kind of thing, and I thought that Felix obviously a bigger name, but I haven't seen much of this.
Felix is a
Ferran
bigger
Torres.
name, but to be honest, they're very equal. Felix, yeah. Let's not even talk about Felix.
For me,
And then Ake,
this Ake signing is just. It's like
yeah,
man's just
It's
wants
like
to
they're buying for depth.
because I don't see where he plays, to be honest.
you're gonna play left
Yeah.
back. I think.
It's City.
I think he
Hey,
plays
no,
left back.
because they do that left back position is.
But
Zinchenko-
then he needs to convert him. Pep needs to convert him because it looks like they're really trying hard to sign Koulibaly, and he doesn't get in ahead of Koulibaly or Laporte as a centre back. But obviously rotating if you're playing in the Carabao Cup, and so he'll definitely play off the bench as a centre back. But
Yeah.
as a left back, I think he's probably better than Zinchenko and Mendy in my opinion, personally.
Yeah,
But
Mendy's so good going forward, but when Mendy's going
Yeah,
defensively,
Mendy doesn't-
if you got Zinchenko or Mendy there, you wasted a.
But but City play with similar to Arteta. They have one wing back that goes, so Walker will go
Yeah,
and
but-
then Zinchenko will
Yeah,
sit or
I'd
like that
rather
kind
have
of thing.
Walker go.
Yeah, but then Ake Pep needs to do a lot of work on him to because he's a centre back at heart. He's not someone that pushes forward up the left. I mean, he drives from centre back, but as a left back, if they're going to play him there, obviously, I'm speculating that.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
I agree.
David Silva leaving.
if Damien's still in this chat, he better have something to say.
David Silva, 436 games for Man City, 77 goals, 140 assists.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
think-
no, he balled.
I think it's a very good signing for Sociedad. For like a smallish club like that in Spain to get a
he's
player
still
of
gonna
his
ball
caliber,
for
'cause
another
he's still
season.
quality. You saw what he did in the Premier
Yeah.
League. Last season in the Prem, he was still like unbelievable.
Yeah, for me that whole Silver thing was, I mean, it was a really good send off for him.
Lazio.
But the fact, yeah, that thing as well. But the fact that Silver's got a statue outside the Etihad and Yaya Toure didn't get one for me is a little bit shaky as well.
And company, in my opinion.
Yeah, and company even more so.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit sketchy that. But he's Pep's little baby.
Yeah, he's his little baby
That's
boy.
why Foden's coming through.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
He's
speaking on leaving Man City, Sané to Bayern, guys, this is absolutely. I'm actually so scared, dude, for what is happening to
That
this
team is
Bayern
OP.
team.
I'm so
Yeah,
glad I'm
then
not in
I
the.
think
I'm
that
so glad I'm not in the
obviously
Champions League anymore.
Yeah, pray. We can start a hashtag. Pray for whoever catches Bayern in the Champions League.
Mm.
yeah,
Their
it's
f-
scary.
their
I hope
FIFA
you
s-
know.
their FIFA team is going to be off the charts, guys. Like it's going to be
Yeah.
Their
ridiculous.
actual team is
Yeah.
going to be off the charts.
They're
Yeah.
going to be producing the FIFA scores, dude, on the real life
That
pitch.
team is so good.
I
Yeah.
hope United plays against Bayern. It would make my day. It would
Catch
make my.
hands, boy.
Imagine watching Brand Williams get dribbled by Sonny. Yeah. Um,
Players on
Mr.
the
Michael
opposite side.
McCreese, we move on to your signings.
I think for us, obviously, Doherty's the biggest signing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
With Serge Aurier playing at right back, it was a disaster waiting to happen every game. Like you got excited when he didn't make a mistake, kind of thing. So I think showing up the right back position for 12 million was crazy business.
Yeah.
And obviously Højbjerg is like we need someone to sit in front of the back four just to shore it up. It's what Jose wants, the Jose kind of player, and I think it was good business. It's not like a marquee signing. I don't know. In my opinion, we don't really need marquee signings. I mean, we got Ndombele last season. He's still like
Yeah.
flop. But we've got Ali. We've got Kane. We've got Son. We've got Bergwijn. Like I don't know where else we could have added there. So I think we just did the business we need to do. We still need to get a striker though, to do anything.
Where's Mr. Mazabane? I want to hear his thoughts on this.
Nah, dude, I didn't like any of the signings, to be honest. So I'm not gonna say much.
I think Michael. I couldn't think of a more Spursy player than Højbjerg. Just look at that photo. I don't know if it's up there.
Yeah,
Jason.
yeah,
He
put
is,
it on now.
he is the most Spursy player
Yeah.
I've ever seen in my life.
Bruh.
Bruh. Yo, no, but he's a. I think you guys have done good business. I think as a right back,
they didn't really need to hit the transfer that hard.
Doherty definitely. I mean, I think his quality. I think he was
And
up
then,
there with the best right backs in the
Maki,
league.
just
so.
touch on Joe Hart and Vertonghen. Give us a quick 2 cents there from your side.
Yeah, obviously Vertonghen going was deep. I think that was club legend and stuff. The way he went was a bit like no send off and stuff was a bit harsh, but obviously given like the circumstances, it was a bit deep. And then Joe Hart, I don't know, like I was pretty like I thought it was a decent signing. Like obviously he's got that leadership and he brings a good like Premier League winner and he brings all those characteristics that change him, which is good. But I think quality wise, obviously he was very good when City won the league and stuff, but I don't know. I think he's obviously not coming to challenge Lloris. He's coming as a second, third choice. So he's more a squad player. So yeah, I don't know. It's just like
Okay.
a squad player.
And then Mr. Lallana to Brighton.
Yeah.
I think it's a good retirement.
Yeah,
Retirement
it's-
club.
This is just
The thing I like about that picture is the kits.
Yeah.
the kit draws you in, dude.
Yeah,
It's too hard.
too hard.
No, but I just think like it's a good signing for him. I mean, he wasn't getting game time. I think he'll go and he'll start every game there, and he'll be a good player. So I think for Brighton, it's a decent signing. I mean, he's not taking them backwards, and Liverpool aren't losing anything.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of fits into their style of play. They also like that quite well drilled, like sitting deep kind of thing. And I think he fits their style of play quite nicely. Adds a little bit of
Yeah, I
dimension,
agree.
a non-dimensional Brighton for me.
Okay, and then the beloved transfer that we have all been waiting to speak
Oh.
about. This Man United transfer.
Go on.
Johnny?
Mr. Donny.
Yeah.
So we
Jason,
have a
what-
stats
Jason, what do
here.
you think?
It's a
They
total
keep
37
improving.
games. 37 games, 10 goals, 11 assists.
that's decent.
No,
not bad returns.
he's a quality player. Don't get me wrong. My whole opinion on this is that he's a quality player, and I speaking to my United mates, who hopefully we'll have on here at some point in time. He thinks that they need someone to rotate into the side if they're playing in the Champions League and that kind of thing. And obviously you can't start Bruno and Pogba every game, which is what. But for me, I don't know why. For Van der Beek, from Van der Beek's side, why would you sign if you're gonna sit bench for, even if it is 30% of the season? You want to be, stepping up your career kind of thing. And I think if United fans who don't know, I mean, some United fans, they just chat nonsense and like, general, that's just United fans to a T. I think United fans who don't know what they're speaking about are expecting to see all three of them play in the same midfield. And if they
I'd
play
love
in the
that.
same midfield, I
We'd love
promise you,
that.
if they play in the same
They'll
midfield,
be angry at
you
each
just
other.
they'll be played in behind.
Play two
Teams will play
tens
with
and
two
just
cams, one cam. They'll just sit in behind them because all three of them are going to play as cams basically. Even if you can't have no one anchoring and none of them are
you
anchoring
can
players,
I
try
they
just
and
just
anchor
have
want to.
Pogba.
one
They'll try and anchor
question.
Pogba if
Who's gonna take the penalties? Because
But no,
Donny was the top
Donny will
penalty
get them.
scorer, top penalty
No, he-
scorer in
Yeah,
the
he's
Netherlands.
He won them. No, he won the most penalties.
Oh, did he
Yeah.
win them? Oh, so he didn't take them.
It's a match made. It's a match made in heaven, but
Yeah.
50
I just
penalties.
thought-
If you thought it was bad last season, you don't know what's coming this season.
I think
VAR is
as
gonna
a
do
United
bits for
fan,
for
you
us.
can't be upset with the signing. Like you've got 3 quality midfielders you can rotate, but the same thing goes for Donny. It's,
But
at 23, you want to make the big moves. Like you said, Johnson,
Yeah.
but like it's
yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's a
Okay.
weird signing.
Lads, should we
Okay.
move on to? We're gonna do the kits.
Yeah, I think we must do the
This
kits
is-
and maybe
this-
skip
I want to
Leeds.
talk about Newcastle signings today quickly.
Newcastle
Oh yeah,
Jordan-
signings.
yeah. That's
Borden Wilson and Fraser today, and I think two good additions to that squad. I think
Fraser's
they're
decent,
slowly
yeah.
building a squad. They're slowly
Yeah.
building a squad that can push them back into the top half. I don't know if
yeah.
they'll
Even if
more than
even
that.
even if Callum Wilson gets 12, 13 goals in the season, that's still
Compared to
double,
Joe
triple
Linton, who got
what
one.
Joelinton and Andy Carroll got. You know what I mean? Like together last season.
Yeah.
And I think obviously bringing in Fraser and Wilson together, both coming from Bournemouth, I think that's a very, very clever bit of business from Steve Bruce. I think Newcastle are too big to go down. I think even if they seem like they're going in trouble, they'll just stack Steve Bruce and bring in another manager and they'll build.
I think he's
stuff
done a good job with them. I think he's a
Yeah.
good manager to have there with the squad they've got as well. I think they got a decent.
I think
Having
Michael's
striker-
a bit sad because Callum Wilson would have been a great fit for Spurs as
because
second
we
choice.
need
To
a
be honest.
flippin' striker.
And that's why he brought it up.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
but I think we got a Newcastle fan saying great signings and Joe Linton is trash. I completely agree with you, Ish.
Yeah.
Okay, Oz, I'm
Yeah,
moving us
that's a
onto the
boy-
kits here. Let's judge these kits because I know
Yeah,
there's
chat.
quite a bit of judging to do here.
Okay, give it to us.
Okay, so
That's
first of all, let's start off with Arsenal away kits. I think that's an obvious no-brainer. That's into the clean section, very
Yes,
at the
yes.
top. I don't
Yes,
think
yes.
I don't think anyone's arguing with that either.
Nice and
Yeah,
white,
let's
huh?
let's just put it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got the
Very
maroon.
cozy.
We don't mind.
Okay.
Nice and white. Nice and white.
But I won't lie, for this
Don't
next one,
think it be us.
this Arsenal home kits, I'm saying bang on average. It's same design that we see every year. The white sleeves, red.
I don't know.
torso.
I think it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's
I think
nicer.
it's-
a little bit better
I think-
designed. This is better. The front better goes in.
I think it's. I personally
Yeah,
think
no, it looks good.
it's dope. I
So
think it's
hot,
good.
bang on average, hot.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely better than bang on average, bro. I
Yeah,
think
I-
I think it's
yeah.
definitely better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Put it one up.
okay.
Yeah.
Barcelona away kit. The black and gold. I've seen this before.
Yo.
I've seen this before in a very local league. I've seen this before.
See.
Yes.
Put it. This is hot though.
This is
Yeah,
clean, dude.
copy
This is
pasted
clean.
that
This is
thing.
clean. This is clean. Just because they copy and pasted it, this is clean. It has to
They
be.
copy pasted that thing straight.
Oh goodness. Yeah, I think that's up there. I
Yeah.
think that's definitely up there.
Okay. In all honesty, I don't think it's clean. I think it's hot. It's definitely a second tier.
Yeah, okay. Just because they plagiarized a little bit, they might get
Yeah.
kicked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Barcelona
7-7
home
percent
kits.
there, boy.
Barcelona home kit. Bang on average.
I think it's
Yeah.
nice. Eh?
It is nice, but
Bang on average.
Yeah, for that Barca kid, you can't do much with. I think it's nice, but it's like
Mm.
yeah, it's kind of hard to switch it up
Yeah.
because they're quite like a
Yeah. And then, this Barca third kit, guys. This looks like that filter that when you used to change the
No,
colors like opposite
that's
on your
that's
phone.
you put that right at the
Inverted
bottom.
colors.
Put it in the
Dumpster.
dumpster.
This is
Yeah,
dumpster.
put it in the dumpster, please.
And
pink.
Madrid's pink at the same time. Put Madrid's pink at the same time.
Yeah,
At the same time.
They should go at the same time.
At the same time.
Nah. I don't know what they were thinking, bro.
Nobody's
Okay.
buying that thing, dude. I'm telling you.
Brighton home kit, clean. For me, clean.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think it's lit, to be honest. But I feel like it's gonna look.
Let me
whack on players who
let me
can't
actually
wear
put
tights.
this link. I'm gonna put this link in the chat so everyone can do it at home, dude.
Yeah, we can do a young one.
There we go. Okay, cool. There's the chat. There's the link there. Okay, this Chelsea third kit, guys.
That one. Is there one below?
same
dumpster?
Okay.
What's the lowest one?
Okay, no, I think
No.
I think
I
think
Okay,
so.
doesn't matter, yeah.
I've put two designs here. I've put two designs here. I think the first one is definitely dumpster. I think the second one's a bit better with the colors because the red isn't as hot
no.
and the sponsors
No.
see through. That changes it for me.
It stays at
I
the
don't know who
dumpster.
made that. I don't know whose idea it was.
Dude, if that was Palace's kit, I'd put it hot. But it's Chelsea.
Yeah.
Come on.
Palace's colors, dude. With the Chelsea badge. Nah.
Yeah, I think
Honestly, when I first saw the picture, I thought it was Palace's kit, and then I looked and I was like, oh, the Chelsea badge. Like I was like, nah, dude. I was so hard.
And did you see the sneakers? Because you know Nike are doing this whole thing where they designing them on retro sneakers, bro. It doesn't even look anything like it. I think the sneaker might even be pink. Like I don't know what's cutting there, bro.
You see, Cabello said that the Madrid kit is hot, the away kit, and I say as well. I also think it's hot.
I think Cabello's just imagining Benzema sitting in it, so that's why.
Dude,
that's
and the
why-
photo is of Benzema sitting in it.
It's definitely better than the Barca one. Like it's quite
Yeah,
like as a casual shirt, it's quite vibey. But
It's that blue on the Barca. The blue on the Barca just reminds me
the
of like
Barca kit is just
that
yeah.
was a kid.
The battle of the pink.
2013
But-
BlackBerry vibes screensaver, like cool Barcelona backgrounds. That's the vibe that it gives me.
Literally. But that Madrid one can't go above Bagman.
Yeah. Okay, Chelsea away kits. I think that's a who let that pass.
Yeah, also it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It has
Yeah.
potential, but I don't think it gets
The
the
Juve
the
Cup.
nod.
Not bad at all.
Why does the Juve come?
Palace away,
No, these Palace kits are too nice. They're hot.
Yeah.
All
hot.
of them.
They are.
Both of them hot.
All three of them. Even that black third kit, hot.
Inter Milan away, dumpster, dude. This looks like my mom's picnic
Yeah.
blanket.
I like it.
Oh, that one.
I was about to say. It
That looks like my
something
mom's
you'd see-
picnic blanket.
Yeah.
The home
Blanket.
The home kit's nice, but that away kit's
I think the home kit's bang on average or hot. Bang on
Yeah,
average or
yeah,
bang on.
average. It's like
Bang on.
Just it's average.
Yeah, it's decent.
But I like the away one. It's
Juventus
just
home?
Nah, the Juventus home one is hot.
Hot.
I like
Hey,
it.
Hot.
I like it. I do like it. I think it's hot. I
I
think
like
it's
it.
hot.
As well.
Very close.
Yeah, hot.
Inter
Juventus.
Milan one is.
Their third kit this is dumpster. This looks like moldy cheese.
Oh, that red
Yo.
one, whatever.
Moldy cheese. Moldy cheese
What
on
kind
the
of
shirt.
pants are they wearing with it? Are they wearing black pants or
Who? With which kits?
the
With
Juventus one?
that orange
The
and
home
black
kits or
one.
that orange thing?
Yeah,
They're gonna
that
wear full
orange.
orange. They're gonna wear full orange. I
No
don't
Yeah,
know.
they
way.
can't mix and match.
You can't match it with anything. So you have to go
Yeah.
full like pajamas, like 7-year-old pajamas, fully. You know what I mean?
Just make sure there's enough space in that dumpster column for the zebra, please. Just
Yes,
make
dude,
sure.
we're getting there. No, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's lost for a reason. Juventus away, bang on average. It's
Bang
just
on average,
it
it's
screams
nice.
Juventus. It's got the logo nice. Real Madrid home, bang on average. I think it just looks the
Yeah.
same as always.
I don't
This-
like the pink stripe. to
this
be honest.
Leeds
I would
kits-
say who let that. I would almost say who let that pass for that home kit. Like it's the same kit, but they put pink stripes on it.
For this
Like,
Real Madrid
yeah.
kit, you drop it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, jokes. I forgot about that pink stripe.
Like-
It doesn't show it in that
like-
photo. Hey.
They're normal kits, and then it's pink.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
Who let
what-
that pass? Because of the pink stripe. The pink stripe is a who let that pass.
It would be okay, but the pink stripe.
For me, just because Leeds is being hyped, they've signed their new kit sponsor Adidas. Clean straight away for me. Their home kit.
Yeah, I like
I think
the
it's
Leeds
hot.
kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's hot. I don't think it's too special, to be honest with you. I mean,
You
it's
don't-
cool, but it's not like, for me, it's not like that Brighton kit is a level above that for me.
Yeah, I agree.
The
And the
Brighton
Arsenal
kit is
away
also-
kit.
like, it goes in.
But would you say that your Arsenal home kit looks better than it?
Yes.
Yeah,
No ways.
No ways, dude.
come.
What?
I
No.
think the Arsenal.
The Arsenal home kit looks clean.
It's on par.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying, I'm talking about the away kit. The away kit's definitely better for me.
Yeah, I agree.
But the home kit, I would say, is about the same. No, I
Okay,
agree
so,
with
so I'll put home kit and hot. Leeds home kit and hot.
Dude, yours got saved. Arsenal got saved by Adidas. Guy, you didn't get that
Yo.
stupid shoulder stop
Yeah.
on your
Yeah,
home kit. That thing on that Wolves kit.
yeah, it's disgusting.
I don't like it at all.
It's like they
looks
ran
like
out
a
of printing ink.
That Sheffield
Like a
United
police
kit. That's all. Like,
officer.
Leicester home. Bang on average.
bang on
It's just-
average.
Yeah.
It's simple as
Yeah, no.
Leicester away, bang on average, still just screams Leicester. Looks
Yeah.
like their kits. Liverpool
Leicester.
third kit dumpster. What is
I
that?
don't.
Yeah.
I do not.
That is dumpster, dude.
I don't like the home kit either, to be honest.
that toothpaste can also go. Who let that pass? It's like
Dude,
one above dump.
who? Well, like they said they wanted to change it, they just put green on the sleeves. What is
No,
that?
like
Oh, to be honest with you, in the FA Cup, I mean, not the FA Cup, the Community
Yeah.
Shield, it didn't look that bad.
I would say
No,
hot.
just-
I would say hot, but the green makes it bang on average.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the green. Just why would you mix green and red? Whose
Yeah.
idea was that?
these guys have been on other things. You've just been designing these kits, dude. There's so many ass ones. Like
Yeah.
like weird, like not even like okay, it's the same thing kind of thing. Like really, really bad. Like they went out of their way to make a bad kit.
yeah, like
Yeah.
just leave the green off.
Everyone's arguing they put the green on because it's vintage, but I don't know. Like sometimes it's not good to like have your vintage, you know, like on
Here we
like
go.
like
Liverpool
you can
fans.
put it you
That's
can
a-
put the
There
you
we
can put the
go.
green in a way better way. You guys have done it before and executed it way better.
It just does not look good, and you can't argue that it looks good. It's not. It's done.
Yeah. I agree.
Nah.
The red and white is hot. Take off the green. It's hot. If the green is on,
I
bang
think
on
I
average.
think it looks better than when it first came out. It looks better on the players than it does like just hanging when they first released it.
Like the Chelsea kid.
Yeah.
Okay, Man City home. I would say bang on average, but because it looks like the bottom of my pool, it's a who let that pass, dude. I think.
Yeah.
It's very average, dude. It's very average. They thought they were trying to be innovative.
I'm
What
saying
the-
I'm saying who let that pass just because it looks like my pool, dude.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's just a bit random for me. Like
Okay.
wild water.
Man City, Man United away kit, full black. I think for their away kits, this doesn't
think
really
that's
say
hot.
Man United away. I think it's bang on average. I think their home kit's more hot. Just
Yeah, I
because
think
that gold sponsor
do
on the
see
black
that.
isn't that
That
gold
bus is-
sponsor, dude.
Yeah, but the black is clean. Like,
No, it is. It's like it's decent. Their sponsor just ruined it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I say black bang
It's the
on
same with that
average.
Southampton kit.
Red is hot. I would say.
But that's Southampton kid is
Yeah,
nah.
I think the home kit's it's grown on me. When it first came out, I was a bit like meh, but I think it's grown on me a bit. I think it's hot.
Man City away,
I like this kit. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I
it's
also do.
fire.
I
hot,
also do. I think it's
I think it's hot.
hot. And Man City third. This is
think
a
it's
who
hot.
let hot. I think
I
this
think
is a
it's
who let
hot.
this pass, dude.
I think it's hot.
I don't know.
I think we see the pattern up close, but from far you won't be able to see all the funny little patterns and stuff. I think it's gonna look cool.
I'm like half on this one, bro.
Yeah, I think it looks cool.
Okay, we'll
We
put it
gotta-
bang
we gotta-
bang on average, stalemate.
Looks like my grandmother's tiles. No.
Yes, Lungi, I'm with
Yo.
you. I'm with you. Who let that pass? Actually, dropping it. Who let that
Yo.
pass?
A tile.
Yes. Okay, Chelsea home kits.
we got-
I think it's hot. Oz. To be honest, it's clean and simple. The
I
sponsor.
think it's
No, no,
bang on average.
it's
I think it's bang on average.
No, dude. I think it's hot.
No
Facts.
no bias. Yeah.
No.
I think
Jason,
I think that's the most bang on average one that we've had. It's like it's
It's just there.
there. Yeah, literally.
Oh,
It's
dude,
very
it
yellow.
cannot be.
You're right. It is just there. It is just there. I'll leave it there.
Just
I'm glad you guys agree with
I
me.
like it. I like
this
it.
guy.
I think. I think.
The Sunderland home kits.
Sunderland. I don't even know what it looks like. To be honest with you.
It actually looks pretty simple. It's just plain red and white striped. Bang
Yeah,
on
so
average.
Sunderland. So it looks like
I'll
Sunderland.
just
So
put
it's bang on
average.
average. I don't think they've changed their kit for 40 years. To be honest with you.
Yeah. PSG away and home. I think it's hot. It looks very good
they're
on the
always
field.
hot.
They
PSG's always hot.
always come.
PSG's always hot.
Yeah,
They just
always hot.
hot. Yeah.
They'll never not be hot, dude.
They pay those guys enough, bro.
Um,
They pay them
Yeah.
enough to not get the China's hounds.
They have to. They have a reputation to uphold as the balling team.
'Cause-
Like they ball.
Yeah.
They're a lifestyle club. They're not a football club, boy.
Yeah.
They're a
Yeah.
lifestyle club.
Dude, if
Okay.
only train twice a week, you know, the rest of the time they're chilling.
This Roma kit, I think it's clean.
I think it's.
The white one.
The white
white
one is
one.
clean. That is how you do a vintage
that
kit
badge.
properly. That is how you do a
Yeah.
vintage kit properly. That
Liverpool
is
fans, you don't do
Shots fired at the
you don't
Liverpool
do
fans.
Aquafresh. You don't do Aquafresh.
It's
on the
true
sleeves.
though. That is their
I
vintage
can't
kits. Search up Roma's vintage kit. That will pop up. That is their
I
old
think
badge
that's
and
clean.
crest. That is how you do
The,
it.
the,
dude.
defen-
Clean.
the defense we got on the green is that it's teal, not green. Just to let you know. in the chat.
Foot tech, dude.
I think that makes it sound worse. Who said that? I think that makes it sound worse.
Much worse.
The Roma home kits, bang on average.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
it's very
it's-
average. It's not
Yeah.
Michael, your third kit, your Tottenham yellow. I think it's hot, dude. Also,
I think it's hot. I think it's
vintage kit done well
Ah,
as
yellow.
well.
the
I think it's
Yeah,
hot.
badge in the middle, it's a vibe.
That's a lot to say. Yeah, it's hard to say, but that badge in the middle is hot.
It's cool. Yeah, it's
Yo,
hot.
but this
Yeah.
I think
green
they're
the
home
green,
kit.
the green, you guys can decide. Because
dumpster,
It's not Tottenham. I don't think it's dumpster.
straight into the dumpster, dude. Three
I think
pointed
the
it.
green one. I think the green one is. I think the green one is
dope.
really this pass, but the white one, the home one, is dumpster for me personally, just because I don't.
No,
What?
wait.
What, dude? Are you crazy? The
The white one's nice,
the
bro.
white one is
I'm
just
with
bang
you,
on
Josie.
average.
Actually, no,
Listen to
actually,
these-
the white
The
one
white
is
one's
very
average.
Bang on
Very
average.
The change
Bang
of
on
design.
average. Bang on
Nah,
I don't
average.
like.
I
It
don't
looks
like
like it's
the
got
shapes
shadows.
of everything.
It looks like it's
Yeah,
got
it looks very
I don't
uncozy.
expect you to like it.
Okay.
I'm honest. I don't expect
It looks
you
like
to
it looks like something. It looks like something that needs to be used as toilet paper.
Oh my word.
That's my
Hey.
opinion.
Those are the words. Those are the words I'm thinking of.
This
After,
Wolves.
after we shit all over the Emirates, we'll wipe our bums with a
No. I'm moving
Let's not
on.
even talk about that game.
We
'cause
don't have.
there's so
we don't
much
have. We don't have time
controversy.
to be getting into these arguments yet.
Yes.
We'll leave it for a North London special.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
Wolves
I'm
home
not ready
kits
for
bang on
this.
average. Screams Wolves.
Yeah.
Which one? The home kit.
Yeah, the home
That,
kit.
that blue,
Yeah, bang.
That away kit's dumpster, moldy cheese next to
below
Juventus.
Hello.
Yo, yo, that one looks like
that's
a.
the worst cut. It's the worst cut I've seen.
Yeah, dude.
You know
Next
those
next to
green
Juventus,
ones?
moldy cheese.
You know
Okay.
those
That,
green-
that
It
color
looks like
combo.
one of those whack things.
Like,
And
how
then-
can you put orange and black on that color? No.
And
There's
then-
teal for you.
we
Teal. That's teal. But
we move on to the final kits that we have. As you can see, there's a zebra here. This is the Man United third kit.
Don't rate it.
Dumpster.
Don't even
Dumpster.
rate
Don't
it.
rate
You
it.
know,
Oh no!
don't rate
No!
it.
I can't put it anywhere, dude. Oh no!
It
It
doesn't
went too hot.
deserve a dumpster.
There. It doesn't
Doesn't
deserve a
it's cozy
dumpster.
for United. Is all I'm saying is United deserve that kit. They must wear it every weekend.
Do you want
Yeah,
them?
Nah, that's
Ew.
when I saw the shirt, I was like,
okay.
it's
Yeah.
bad. It's bad, but like you can get away with it. Then when they start leaking it with zebra shorts as well. No.
Bro, it's so bad, dude. It's so bad.
Are
It's so bad.
the socks gonna be stripy as well? Or what?
Yeah, they are. They are. They
Are
are.
they going
They
full on
put-
zebra?
Yes.
And then boots, they have to wear black and white boots as well. Or is it just
Okay, guys.
No.
Let's
No,
move on
doesn't
to
matter.
the first week of fixtures. Coming in here. So we have Palace, Southampton, Fulham, Arsenal, Liverpool, Leeds, Spurs, Everton, West Brom, Leicester, West Ham, Newcastle. Then on the Monday we have Brighton, Chelsea, Sheffield United, and Wolves.
Obviously, these fixtures aren't updated just for people watching. Like these are just set out when we made the PowerPoint. So, but the
And
fixtures are still the same.
this is quite an interesting graph that I found here. It says, based on the last season's league standings, West Ham have faced the toughest starts, followed by newly promoted West Brom and Leeds. Sheffield United, Wolves, and Leicester have the easiest starts.
Yeah, and Chelsea of the big six, for Chelsea have the closest to easy start.
Yeah,
Even that Chelsea team.
but
Nice
I
way
think
to
I think
introduce-
that Chelsea start will be good for them, considering that they have all those new players that they
Yeah.
need to have to gel into the squad. So I definitely do think that's to our benefit, as
Yeah,
every other
sure.
club, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Dude,
think
that
also
Wonderful.
it's a bit hot to throw West Brom and Leeds into the deep end with their fixtures. They have the two
I actually
hardest.
don't know. Leeds might do better than we think. Because Liverpool hasn't been up to standard, if you ask me, of late, and I don't think they will be soon.
Yeah, I still don't think they'll beat Liverpool, to be honest. But I think they. I
Yeah,
think,
they will,
I think
but
Leeds.
I
Will,
think-
I think Leeds will surprise people this season.
Yeah.
Mid-table.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Sheffield United are going to have a very average to
Tough
poor
season. Yeah, I agree.
I think they're coming off such a high. They've got a pretty average squad, besides for their defenders, and they still got saved by Dean Henderson last season. I think without Dean Henderson, obviously they've got a quality keeper in Ramsdale, but that team, for me, their structure and their system is so good. But I think teams have, after playing for them for a year, I think at the end of last season we see teams adapted with how to play against them, and I think they'll still have the upset, but I think in my opinion, they're contenders to go down next season.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think it depends on how they start, but I think teams have kind of sussed out that the way that Wilder plays with their wing backs and joining the midfield and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I think they won't have as good a season as last season, definitely, in my opinion.
I agree.
Okay, and then just
I
wrapping
think
it up.
Spurs have got quite a tough fixture in the first game of the season.
First game.
But Everton.
Yeah, I think Everton will.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. They
Everton
obviously
is
signed.
gonna, yeah, I think Everton
They-
will
they've
do
got
a
a-
lot better.
They got a good squad going into the next season, and obviously with
Yeah. But we say that.
and with Ancelotti there, we say that every year.
Yeah, but I think Ancelotti's
Oh,
different.
like,
I think,
yeah, I'd also do.
and
I think
Ancelotti's been brought in. He's one of the best managers in the world. I think that's well known, and I think he's been brought into Everton for purpose, not just to leave them sitting in mid-table 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th kind of thing. So I think for me personally, I think Leicester. I think Everton will be best of the rest next season. I think Everton will finish 7th.
If you look at like having a manager, Marco
Okay.
Silva with that squad versus Ancelotti with
Yeah.
that squad, I think that one of the things they have been missing over the last few seasons is a manager to take them
Yeah,
to,
I
where
agree.
to where they want to be, because they spent all the money on players. Like they spent a lot of money recently, like getting
Yeah.
players like Charles and all those guys, Sigurdsson and all the boys, but they just haven't had a manager who can take them to where they
Yeah.
want to be.
Okay, are we
Okay.
saying, Jason? I
Yeah.
reckon we go around the circle, or around the circle around the chat, and we just say, always give their top 6.
Well, I was gonna
predictions.
say, let's start off with who do we think's gonna win Golden Boots?
I think,
I think
in my
Aubameyang will win
opinion,
it.
one man. You guys forget.
Hey,
You forget
Shush your
if
cake.
it's Harry Kane.
shush, you're kidding.
He will have an
if
injury.
Aubameyang
If he stays fit,
He will have an
stays
injury,
fit, but if we sign a striker and he stays fit,
Yeah, then possibly.
then there's only one man.
These
to
are
win.
if.
Yeah, if
He's bound to get injured. It's just natural.
Yeah,
Touch
dude,
wood. I
I'm
hope he
giving
does.
it to Aubameyang.
Yeah, listen, coming from my side, I'm
But don't
agreeing.
sleep on Harry
We
Kane,
have
please.
Mr. Lulu Tingo in the chat here with us saying Timo Werner. I'm gonna go out with him and say Timo Werner as well. I just think that he's a world-class striker, and once he's found his feet,
Yeah, so we're all backing our strikers, eh?
I
Yeah.
agree.
and yo,
think
that's
Werner
actually
is
too
good,
true. All
but
back
I
our
think-
own strikers. If we come, we've got it.
Werner coming into the league against players, okay, we're forgetting Salah, who scored like 25
Yeah,
plus goals. this
Salah,
season.
Mane,
You're forgetting Sterling,
these
you're
are still-
forgetting Aguero, You got Aubameyang who's performed consistently. You've got Kane. I don't think Werner will do it in his first season. He might. I just don't think he will.
I think
contend, but
for me, the reason why I say Aubameyang, not just because I love him, obviously, but I think if you look at when you take into consideration these things, you have to take into consideration like past like their medical history kind of thing. Personally, I don't think Martial will be up there. Obviously, that's what United fans might say. Martial nonsense.
Nobody said Martial, Rashford, none of that.
Vardy could be up there. But I don't know about Werner's injury. Like I don't know enough about him to know about his injury. How prone he is to injury. So I mean, Aguero probably would have outscored Aubameyang and Vardy last season had he not got injured for what it was 3-4 months in the season, and Kane definitely would have been up there as well had he not got injured for as long as he did. So I think take into consideration those things. I think that it's kind of a known thing that Aguero will have a hamstring injury for a month or so. Like it's just something that just comes with Aguero.
I don't back the young boy anymore, dude, for the golden boot.
Yeah, he's getting. But I think obviously you got to put Salah's name in there as well. Like,
I'm just saying I'm gonna let my striker do my talking for me. Let's just see what happens with that.
we can all let
our strikers do the talking for them.
Let's just do that. Obama who? Obama what? Obama
blood clot young.
Okay, and then
are we saying
top 6?
Okay, well let's just go on a comment Damo Stitch said earlier. He said, you may disagree with me on this, but I feel Liverpool will struggle for top positions this season. I'm led to believe this because their poor end of season form and the Arsenal loss in the Community Shield, plus the high chance of injuries to their big players, considering how many games they've played in recent years.
I agree with you, Mr. Stitch.
Okay, wait, Mark, you unpack that for us.
So yeah, I agree with him. Like obviously Liverpool end of last season, like they were on for all these records. I think that plays as much as you might say that it won't. I think stuff like that does play on you mentally. Like they had all these records to beat and they didn't do it. They lost silly games. They dropped points here. They were just they're like their record-breaking season was just a title win.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think for them. I think for them it is moral boosting. Their first win in 30 years. Obviously, it's moral boosting, but in the same sense, they were on for so much and they didn't do it.
Johnsy, write down 1 hour 21 minutes. That's going on the TikTok, dude. Michael's gonna get everyone so mad at that comment. Their goal break, their record breaking season was just a title win.
Yes, it was. It's forgettable. They
oh
did
my
one
word!
Thing, and they could have done so much more.
Okay, you're calling them the forgettables.
They could have done so much more.
They could have done anything they wanted to do, but they buckled. And Liverpool fans are going to say, "Oh, we won the league. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares." But I think Klopp cares. I think Klopp cares.
Next season, we won the league.
And I just think the way they played in the Community Shield. Obviously, you can't really judge pre-season, but they look lazy. They look tired. Their signings. They've done nothing.
That's actually too true, eh?
Obviously, Thiago's on the cards, and he's a quality baller. I think he can make a big difference. But
we have a prediction for the final standings from Putter Pratt in the chat saying Liverpool, City, United, Chelsea, Arsenal final standings.
Liverpool winning again.
I don't think
Liverpool's the problem there.
Is Tottenham after Arsenal in that standings, or who's after Arsenal? Where does Tottenham come in that standing?
That's one for the season.
I'm just keeping quiet. I'm gonna let Jose. Jose do what Jose does.
Might be going out of the way, but I think we'll finish above Tottenham this season.
Oh my gosh.
I honestly think we'll.
I'm just gonna leave Jose Mourinho. That's all I'm leaving on this chat.
You guys were saying Jose Mourinho last season when you were struggling to win one game.
Highball. Where did you
guys were struggling and flopping after lockdown. Hey.
Highball, we lost one game.
Mr.
Lost one game after lockdown.
Mr. Leander. So here's this. This is Leander. Leander Tingo says it's gonna be a 3-horse race between City, Chelsea, and Liverpool. He says Tottenham in 4th.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
said
I can
Arsenal
keep-
finished sixth maximum.
I think.
Yes,
Arsenal finished
Leander agrees and says Arsenal will finish 6th. United
I
Um,
5th.
also
dude,
think so.
that's-
That's a
That's rude.
solid prediction,
I
actually.
don't back that. I don't back
The
that
thing,
at
the
all.
thing is,
The
the
thing
thing
is,
is,
for me,
I'm
it's
not
going to be the
expecting.
most tight top six. It's going to
Yeah,
be the
I
most tight
agree.
top six
Yeah.
in a while.
I think.
Yeah,
I,
that's
I think.
like
I hate to say it. I hate to say it. And from a someone who's been preaching something else recently, upon reflection, I really think that I think Liverpool win the league again.
Oh my
how.
word. John T,
Based on
you
what?
can't
Listen
Can't
to
just
me.
say random things.
you
I don't
can't
think
Based
just
on
come
what?
here,
Listen
dude.
to me.
Their performances
Yeah, I'm
across all
listening.
competitions since
Listen
lockdown
to
has
me.
not
Just
been.
listen.
As
Just
much
listen.
as much as I agree with the fact that the end of last season they were poor. They were poor and they weren't the sparkly football that they would be playing before that because and they lost their records and whatnot and all that jazz. I think out of the top 6, Liverpool, regardless of how they win games, I think that Liverpool will next season will be consistently still the best team in the league. Consistently in terms of results, maybe not how flashy their football is. I think, and you guys, we can rewind this exact moment now. When at the end of the season, I think Liverpool will still win the league, and I think Chelsea will
Just
finish
contract.
second.
I don't
With
know.
every
Yeah.
other team last season played badly as they did, I think this season teams are going to start playing up to their standard and they're going to start competing with teams like Liverpool and putting them under pressure. Liverpool won't be
Yeah.
able to compete. They'll
I
be
think
top 3 at most.
I think
I
Liverpool win
think-
the league again.
So
Personally, I
going-
think to take it back.
City, I also back
Yeah.
that.
I also.
But then
agree.
again, I look at that team and it's like they've got the like they're so good, but they're also like something there doesn't do it for me. Like their squad is so good, but there's just something about that club that
We have Putter Pratt saying that that
Um,
we're thinking that he thinks that more likely there will be a dark horse team sneaking into the top 6. I don't know. That is a
Very
possibility. We didn't even think of that. I don't know. It could be. He said.
Really?
He
I
said
think-
something about Everton afterwards. Maybe it could be Everton sneaking into the top
yeah,
6
I
there,
think Everton.
making a
If
cheeky
any team is
appearance.
gonna sneak in
I,
this season,
I think it
it'll be
goes.
Everton.
I think it goes back to top 6. If you look at
Agreed.
the squads and the players in that top 6, if they all play to what they should, no other team competes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Look at,
I agree with that.
if you look at squads, managers, like stadiums, club. Obviously, we don't know if fans are coming back, that kind of thing. I don't think the big 6 changes.
I think
I think
Leander's
Wolves have- I think
Leander's hit
Wolves
the
have an
nail on the
average
head.
season.
Wolves have an average season.
I think Wolves have an average
I think
season.
they do. Yeah. As
They're
well.
coming
Yeah.
off such a high, like Europa League quarters. They got to quarters. They didn't do anything. They played 50 games. They finished 8th in the league. They didn't get European football, so they've had a really good season, but they've got like almost nothing to show for it in that sense.
Yeah.
Whereas other clubs like Tottenham, we did badly. We still got Europa League. Arsenal played badly, won the FA Cup, got into Europa League. Like clubs had way worse seasons in their
Yeah.
eyes and achieved more than what Wolves did in their good season and didn't achieve anything. I think that hits them, and I think I don't know. I think
they made
they'll
They
be
made a couple
mid-table
good signings. They made a couple good signings. That Markel from
So,
Leon. And
Sorry,
that
John T. I
Fabio
see we
Silva.
have we have a member in the chat here. We have Stu with us in his absence.
Hey,
Shoot.
Stu says
Hey,
that
Stu.
he believes City have been missing something special since Arteta left. They won't take the W this season.
It's a
Yeah, I
bold
don't
thing to
know.
say, but
Yeah.
if you look at the way City have played, there something's been missing. Like I hate to say it, but they have been a bit. I
Yeah,
don't know,
but
maybe it's just end of the
But
season.
once-
they knew Liverpool,
but they also
knew
have
Liverpool
been
had
missing
won
their head man.
kind of thing. Yeah, no, there are lots of factors to
With
play into
Aguero
this. I
back.
think, but how long is he going to stay fit for?
okay,
Yeah.
true. But they've also got a Ferran Torres now, which they didn't have.
Yeah,
yeah,
they-
but they're
they've
missing
definitely
something deeper than that.
You know what they're missing? They're missing Messi. They needed Messi, dude. they needed Messi. That was
Yeah.
the
I
final
think
cherry
top
on
six
top of their
goes-
plan.
I think top 6 goes back to traditional.
Yeah,
I think Newcastle and Southampton sneak back into the top 10.
and I think Everton, Leicester,
Okay,
Everton,
I think
Leicester.
Everton, Leicester, Newcastle, Southampton are the
Yeah.
7 to 10
Something,
in my
something
opinion.
like that.
I think
Definitely
Southampton
Everton.
have been good.
Yeah,
And,
Everton is there.
Hassan Hutzl, if Ings carries on scoring, I don't see anything. That Southampton seems like they've got a decent squad.
Yeah.
They're quite.
Yeah, so
Okay,
Who's
lads.
going
So
down?
what are you guys saying for Tottenham, United, and Arsenal?
What the order?
Yeah.
United's above all of them, both of them.
No,
no way, mate.
please don't say that.
In my
Oh,
opinion, no way.
United-
It ha-
That team was
I
I
way
would put
too.
United under all of them, actually.
Yeah, facts.
I think
United
team is
haven't beaten Arsenal. In the
Ah,
last-
guys, I don't know.
previous season.
that United team at the end of last season. They played literally every single club in the bottom 8 of the league.
Exactly. So
Yeah, and
Well, I think
if you
that-
ask
I
me
think
how
that-
I think they got into the, they just got lucky.
yeah.
I think they've got a decent squad, but I don't think it's good enough to get them
I also
to where
don't.
United.
Okay, guys, I've got a little idea for us to do to finish off here. We let everyone with us here ask a few questions, and then I'll choose the questions, and then I'll hand them over to somebody to answer, and somebody can give us the answer there, and then after they finish speaking, maybe one or two inputs from some other people.
Okay, well, quickly we got some questions here. Leeds, what do you reckon?
I think they'll do well.
Top
They'll
eight.
avoid relegation, but I
Top
don't think
eight.
they're gonna be
Top 8.
I agree with Cabello. Top eight. Cabello says top
Top
eight,
eight.
definitely, and a solid,
Leeds.
I think
a
that's
solid,
stretch.
a solid performance.
I think-
They win the games that
I
they
think
have to
they
win, and they
finish-
lose the games that they're gonna lose. Like, do you get what I'm
I think
saying?
they finished-
think they finished top half of the bottom half. Like
Yeah.
10 to
Yeah, I
11
think
to
they
15, somewhere there.
I think they finished 10 to 12.
12, yeah, I think somewhere there.
Maybe 9 at a stretch.
Not 8.
9 at a stretch.
I'm
But
saying
I
top
think,
8.
I think they. The thing with them
I think
is,
they're good.
is they're very good, and they have some quality players coming up.
They got a
but-
quality manager.
And their manager's he's tactically ridiculously good. But I think they'll take some time to adapt a little bit. They'll definitely stay up, and I think they'll still finish 13 and up, in my opinion. But
Top
I don't
8.
think they'll finish
Top 8 finish from
I think with
Leeds.
them,
My side.
They've got a lot. There's a lot of pressure on them now because you hear like everyone in here saying top 8 this, top 8 that. The whole of if you go through whatever social media you want to go
Their
through,
fans are probably getting loud. Yeah.
Their fans. It's the first time they've been in the Premier League for however long. Their fans are expecting things. Like,
But also, people must not confuse the leads that they want to remember in the Premier League. So the leads that people want to remember in the Premier League is the leads that were winning titles and competing with Man United and stuff in the English top league. It's not
Okay.
the same. It's not the same leads.
Let's get on to this next question. So I see there's lots of things on relegation. There's favourites for relegation and Fulham to get relegated. Let's hear what we have to say about that. Fulham stay up. Who gets relegated?
I think Villa go back down. West Brom go
Yeah.
down. I think West Brom are the up and down.
Yeah, West
I
Brom,
think
Villa,
go
back that.
down. And then Fulham are in it. I think it's between Fulham for me, Fulham, Sheffield United, and then
Aston
someone
Villa.
like a
I
Burnley.
think Sheffield United
Yeah.
is a lot closer
Yeah.
than Fulham.
I think
Villa go down.
West Brom, Fulham go back down, and Villa goes down with them.
Yeah, I think Fulham are there. But I want
Fulham
Fulham
is
to stay.
wild, dude.
But
So tired.
Villa and West Brom are down in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Fulham go down as well. Unfortunately, as much as I love them, they're definitely my second team in the Premier League this season. But I think they'll go back down.
That's
I
such
think
a-
they'll. I think teams like experienced Premier League teams, per se, like someone like Newcastle and Southampton and Everton and Leicester and those kind of guys will make easy pickings of like a Fulham kind of thing. Personally, I think they'll take points from them. I think I don't think Fulham have enough. As much as I would love them to stay up, I think.
I just think that they a top League 2 team. They saucy in League 2. They dominate League 2. It's kind of like Sevilla in the Europa Cup, dude. Whenever they're in the
Yeah.
final, they dominate it.
fair.
Fulham in League 2, they just a bang on League 2 team that just dominates it the whole time. I think, in my opinion, from what I've seen from
Yeah,
them.
I agree.
Yeah.
I just want
Yeah.
Scotty Parker to do well.
Yeah, me too. I do want him to do well.
I'm tipping him to stay up.
Hype me in.
But I think I think they could. They're definitely there with. I think, in my opinion, Sheffield United.
Yeah. Very
I think
possible.
Sheffield will do.
Okay, is
Very
there
possible.
any other questions from anyone that we're wanting to answer? In the meantime, while those questions are coming through, I'm going to send the link to the fantasy league. Go ahead and join that. Let me throw it on the screen. All the people that have joined:
Yeah.
myself, Nick Barrow, Damon Wheels, Cedric Ty, Slater, Muzza, Daryl, James Bilbra, Nick McCrease, Tom Dixon. Lots of people in here.
Dixon.
My
But guys,
boy.
just get on the fantasy, and then we'll see. Maybe if
Yeah.
enough people get together some prizes and stuff.
Yeah, we're looking to try and get some really cool prizes in, so
Yeah.
you guys can. Yeah.
There's no harm in joining it. Get your friends to join us.
Yeah. And try and spread the word about the podcast if
Okay,
you guys
yeah.
enjoyed it.
So on that note, then, Oz, I rate we say cheers, eh? And back
Yeah.
again next week.
Yeah.
Alright,
Same time.
Cheers. Same time
cheers,
next
lads.
week,
Killers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
guys.